This is a HeadGum podcast.
I just want to know why, like, sometimes the sirens that happen, they're like, whoop, 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 whoop. Like, they
don't leave it on. They just, like, flip it on and off.
It's like someone's in there with a button. They're like, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and, like, remix. Yeah. And it's just kind of like, is there a signal? Are they sending out Morse code? Or are they just trying to simply piss me off? I don't know. But if anybody knows in any kind of field, is it ambulances that are making that noise? I feel like
it's ambulances. And you would think that it would just be, like, easier to just leave it on.
I don't know what's happening. So someone please explain that to me. By the way,
EMTs out there.
This is Coffee with Crachel.
I'm Chris.
I'm Rachel.
And this is episode 100.
100.
Why are we here?
A century's worth. No. One every what? Year?
Yeah, one every year.
I was like, what's math?
Honestly, that's probably the proper dosage of Coffee with Rachel. Once a year.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, I mean, this episode is going to have some announcements. And we're gonna take a look back, even though we did just have, like, our anniversary episode.
Yeah, we were like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Because we just had the anniversary.
Like, what's happening? But we're gonna try and make this lit. But, I mean, do you think when we hit 200, now that we're, like, doing the 2 weeks thing, that it'll be a little bit later?
It's always going to fall around the same time because there's 52 weeks in a year. So we do 2 weeks. So that's 104 episodes a year.
Okay.
And so it's going to fall around the same time every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Anyway, what's the Cofferino?
The Cofferino is a latte again because we are fucking trash.
Listen, we've been playing nothing but No Man's Sky for the last, like, 48 hours because we finally got our PS4.
Yeah.
And
we just...
I didn't have time to fuck around today.
You guys have sent us a lot of coffees, and we'll get to trying them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just... we space it out. You know, sometimes we want the latte.
We try to really keep it, like, real about what we're going to drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not, like... We had the lattes, and we were like, you know, we're just not going to lie to you guys.
Yeah, I don't want to brew coffee just to, like, have it as a prop, you know?
Yeah.
Though technically I could just lie.
Oh, my God. Guys.
That would be horrible. What if the veil was that we never drank coffee?
Oh, my God.
That's what we're announcing in the 100th episode. We should just have,
sham.
like, 100 conspiracy theories.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, so I have a little update on the whole Berenstain
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
So if you have been listening to this podcast for a while,
honestly,
I think
this is like one of the first things we fucking talked about. It's like a classic.
It really is. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically like when I was growing up, watching the Berenstain Bears and having the books, it was spelled with an E. E-I-N.
Yes, and that's how I remember it too.
And yet, all of the shit you see now has A-I-N. And apparently there's, like, this whole conspiracy theory about multiple universes and that we did, like, a switch in the late 90s.
Yeah. And
now we're on this other path, and it's called the Mandela effect, I believe.
Wow.
And I don't know. I honestly would buy it. Like, let's be real. My life, I feel like 90s on... I mean, I was born in 92, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like around the time, that's when things honestly started getting fucking weird in my life. So it makes sense that we're in some weird universe that doesn't really exist.
So what was the...
Update?
Yes, the update to the story.
So that's the background there. Basically, someone found a piece of, like, merch that had it spelled E-I-N, bitch.
E-I-E-I-O.
I know. And so confirmed, we're all fucked. And... someone now brought up a new thing, and I don't know if people are just, like, fucking with each other at this point, but I've been seeing, like, you know, Jif peanut butter?
Yeah.
Like Choosy Moms. Apparently, there are many people that remember being Jiffy peanut butter.
I do remember Jiffy.
Right? Like, they both are a thing.
I feel like that there's another brand called Jiffy, and they're just literally not being coy about being a knockoff of Jif.
No, I feel like it was Jiffy, and then they changed it to Jif.
I mean... yeah, they could have done that.
I don't know,
Choosy
though.
Moms, you know, choosy names.
Jiffy Moms, choosy Jif. I don't know. But either way, I think, I don't know, let us know what you believe, because At this point, you could throw any kind of theory at me, and I'd be like, I'd believe it, because what is real?
Actually,
honestly?
I remember the spelling being with an O. It was Berenstein.
Oh
my god, the litter box.
Wouldn't be an episode of Coffee with Rachel without Lila taking a huge shit in the middle of it. So we just paused for that, and we decided that Lila's definitely that bitch that has to have somebody hang out with her while she's on the toilet or, like, in a public bathroom.
And have a conversation with them.
Yeah. I'm honestly that kind of person.
She only goes when we're talking.
I know. Now that I have an iPhone, though, or, like, my iPad, I can just watch YouTube videos,
iPad has changed the way we've all used the bathroom.
I really thought, and I know that's so gross, and everybody's always like, oh my god, you shouldn't bring those things in the bathroom. I'm like, well, first of all, music when I'm showering, even though I know that's not good for my phone either.
Yeah.
But I do actually use rubbing alcohol, because I've noticed that if I don't do that to my phone, I break out on the one side of my face that I always have my phone on. Do you have, like, a side of your face?
Yeah, it's always my right side.
Yeah, mine's my left. Because the left side of my face is honestly trash, and we don't look at her. Like, she's got the fucked up eyebrow, she's got the kinky eyelash, and she's got the breakouts from the phone. I don't mess.
Left side, what are you doing?
I don't know. There's breakage. Like, honestly, fuck that whole side of my body.
Oh my god.
No shade, but anyway.
So, coffee fact.
Yes.
I'm going to finish up the list of things to look for.
Finally,
3-part series.
Yeah, our little mini series. We hope you liked it. It's produced by Awesomeness TV. All right, but go ahead.
All right. Things not to look for when you're buying coffee at the store is if they don't sell whole bean.
Oh,
Lila agrees.
Lila's like, fuck non-whole bean.
Shit. Well, it says... Oh my god! I'm trying to talk here.
Lila, it's fine. Tuna Talk records later.
If a brand doesn't sell whole bean offerings, it may be a very bad sign. First, it's an indicator of potential freshness, but it also means that the company isn't expecting their customers to tailor the grind size of their bean or brewing method. It's much harder to make an excellent coffee if the grind doesn't match your equipment.
That's true. That's why we like to grind our own coffee, because we know what to expect.
Exactly. The next one is beans sold in bins.
Okay.
I've seen that before.
Like communal coffee.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if I've seen that.
If it's not actually packaged, it's a strong indicator of poor quality because it shows a lack of concern for shelf stability, freshness, and exposure to light and oxygen.
True.
That's so real. How long has that bean been in there,
We just got dried black beans from a bin like that.
But you know what? It's different, like, if
I'm not brewing the black beans.
It's different, true, but also if it's, like, pouring out instead of, like, a scoop.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it if it's a scoop, because then people could just throw on top, and there could be ones at the bottom that are just chilling there forever. But if it's a pouring out from the bottom, then it always gets the oldest shit. And
I guess, has anybody made black bean coffee?
What? Grind up some black beans, throw them in the coffee maker?
Like, honestly, has anybody just tried that? Because I'm sure it'd be something.
That's okay. That's so weird.
Well, whatever.
All right, we'll report back.
Coffee's a fucking dried bean. It could be like decaf.
Oh my god.
Whatever. Anyway, someone probably made it out there.
And the last one is lack of country specificity.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like lack of country flair.
Countries like Colombia and Guatemala aren't tiny. They have a lot of different coffees. Listing the farm or region inspires confidence in sourcing methods.
Oh, that's true. It always just says Colombian.
Yeah.
That's so vague.
That's a drag to Javalia. I know they just have the Colombian. Like, everybody has a...
Everyone, yeah. And there's a French roast. I mean, France is pretty big, too.
Yeah.
Italian roast.
France have coffee fields, trees, farms,
I don't
whatever the fuck.
fucking know what they're doing over there. They have that rare melon from that fucking Cindy Crawford commercial.
I almost just spit my latte.
We were at like Trader Joe's and they had like some fancy ass fucking cantaloupe. It
was like summer melon or some bullshit.
Yeah, just like bougie cantaloupe. And I was like, look, it's that. What is his name? Jabak or John? Whatever, bechamel. It's fucking. There's like this doctor in this Cindy Crawford like skincare infomercial. I know we've talked about it, and they're like, an anti-aging melon.
It's a magical melon that nobody has ever discovered.
And it
in the
only
history
grows
of the
in
world.
France, where he lives, incidentally.
And only Cindy Crawford uses this melon, and it's the greatest ingredient on the planet.
And that's just...
It's fucking bullshit.
I love... it's Sabah.
Sabah?
Yeah, that's his last name.
Okay.
You can look it up on Google, and there's already, like, a whole thing debunking that entire... I bet most infomercials are like that.
Oh, definitely. I know we looked up the... What is it? The copper pan or something like that? Or,
I don't know. The guy that's in the pillow commercial, and he's just in a lot of commercials wearing different toupees. You know what I'm talking about? The firm sleeping pillow.
Yeah. Infomercials, they're
a drag.
But we love them.
I love watching them, honestly.
So, what are the things that we are doing in regards to it being 100 episodes?
All right, so we got some announcements.
Yes.
We heard you. And we're going to have more merch. Woo!
Yes, finally.
You'd be surprised at how long it takes to get this shit done when you have to involve other people.
Yeah.
Like, it's surprisingly a slow process. So that's why it's taken forever.
If you didn't know, on districtalliance.com/Rachel Whitehurst, because this is your store, we have had just our mug with our logo on it.
Yes.
And, I mean, that's all fine and dandy.
We wanted to pump it up a little bit, so...
We have, right now, or on Sunday of this coming Sunday, when we'll have the 101st episode.
Yeah, that's when everything launches online.
That's when everything will launch. We have a shirt and a mug coming out.
Yes.
And what does it have on it?
All right, so we thought it would only be appropriate to add to our collection of merch for Coffee with Rachel listeners that we would finally make a binge mug and binge t-shirt. So you don't even have to be a Patreon binge. You know, anybody that just likes the word. It's a fun word.
Like we say, everybody is a binge.
It really does be true. What?
Be true.
I just am Hagrid. So... We have an awesome shirt and a mug. I can't wait to get my own because, I already have all my merch. Like, I'm that person.
And if anybody has gotten, like, one of your Bye-Bye Phobia shirts...
It's the same quality.
It's the same quality.
And those shirts are so soft. Like, I'm not even just being, like, that person. But you know what I hate? Fucking if you go to, like, AC Moore or Michael's or Old Navy and you get a basic t-shirt and it's, like, boxy, not fitted at all.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's literally just like straight down from the armpits.
Yeah, and it like feels like shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I know most people's merch probably is like a tough, t-shirt. I was like, fuck that, no.
Yeah.
I want it to be comfortable, and it's not like super fucking bodycon because I don't want that personally. It's just like it fits nice.
These are the nice lounging shirts that you can just wear around.
I love it. Mine looks like shit. My Bye Bye Phobia looks like shit because I have like a press one or like a sample.
Yeah.
And it's like not the finalized thing.
Not its final form.
Yeah, so mine looks like shit. I should probably get like a real one.
Mine looks good. I think I got...
I don't remember.
I think I got the real one.
Our mugs look fine though.
Yeah, the mugs have gone.
I
through
love the mugs.
Dishwasher
I want to make
times.
a million mugs of everything. I mean, I have other ideas for Coffee with Rachel merch, but we definitely wanted to get a binge thing out. But I want to make one that's just got a little illustration of a flashlight and it says "flashlight" on it and like Windu. And just like more mugs and travel mugs, but travel mugs apparently are a pain in the ass to make.
We are working on a travel mug.
I think that would be ideal.
Like, we want that to happen. It's just we don't know what we can do with them because a lot of them are like metal or plastic, so trying to get like a logo or anything on them is kind of hard. So we're still trying to figure that one out. And we don't know when this is going to happen yet either, but we are going to do the mug with our logo on it, but in another color.
In a fun color. So if you guys want to let us know, we do have swatches of the colors.
Oh my God.
And we could do a little Twitter poll and you guys could pick the color that we should do because I'm between like this really cute teal color.
Yeah.
This like yellowy, bright.
It's called almond.
It looks like corn, honestly. And what's more appropriate? Yeah, I don't know. So we have a lot of ideas. So let us know what you guys think. We want to know what you guys want because obviously we're making these for you guys, not really for us, but also for us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so not only are those two things launching on Sunday, but starting on Sunday for a week, we're having a sale across the whole store, 10% off of everything.
Yes.
That includes the mug and your Bye Bye Phobia shirt.
Yes.
So...
Do we have a code?
No, it's just a sale. You don't need a code. They're just going to be 10% off.
Oh, sweet. All right, I love it.
Yeah, no work.
Every day I'm giving out a code. I'm like, what's the code today? Like, honestly, my life is in passwords. Like, it really is.
Fuck.
But anyway, cool. We hope you guys like it. We're going to continue to make more fun things. We definitely would love your ideas because it's hard for us to be like, what shit do we say that we should put on a shirt? We want to know what you guys think.
Would you guys like be interested in like a shirt that has our logo on it too? Like, I don't know if that's like something.
Do you want to wear our faces on your
God
body?
Damn it.
Let us know in the comments.
I mean, they are very cool artistic drawings.
Yeah, at least it's an
dumpling.
illustration. It's not actually me, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, but it's red hair you.
I know. Iconic. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, I was red hair for 6 years. Once I'm blonde for 6 years, then I can do merch with blonde me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, that was my look for so long. Yo, it's weird, though. Now that I look in, like, photos, it just looks so stark against my face. Like, I feel like the hair color that I have right now is really, like, good for my complexion.
Yeah, I really like your blonde hair.
It, like, warmed me up. I don't look as pale anymore. But pale with red hair is a look, you know? It's just, like, do you want to rock that always? I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you don't mind staining your bed. It's fine.
So, in addition to the merch, also have a whole new website.
Yes.
That is, I put it up yesterday because I was like, I want to make sure that this doesn't fuck up.
It's up and running. CoffeeWithChrachel.net. So that's where you can get
also
everything.
get to it to CoffeeWithChrachel.com as well.
Oh, as a redirect?
Yes.
Well, we're sneaky.
Yeah, very sneaky. But it looks what I hope to be a lot sleeker, and it's got a link to merch. It's got all the benches that are at the $5 and up level. It's got all of our links to everything you could possibly imagine, and it's also got a section with the deals that we've managed to wrangle up for you guys. All those fucking codes and everything.
Oh, shit. Now, has the forum section been up and running yet?
The forum section is still in the works. I'm working on it right now.
I see all the emails that we get about it that we're, like, signing up for different things.
I'm trying to figure out a service that's not shit that... Like, I can't make a forum. Like, that's too fucking technical. You need to, like, have a whole bunch of shit for that.
Hey, if there's anybody that's listening that would like to help, maybe make a forum if you do that.
Or if anybody, like, at least knows of, like, a place that you can, like, host a forum on, you know. I'm sure there's got to be tons of them that exist.
Back in the day, I used to use Envision Free.
Oh, my God.
I used to make those forums.
I don't even know what that is.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they still exist. That was like 2007.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, and I'm trying to figure it out.
I know, we just want like a fucking section where you guys can talk, because I feel like sometimes I like say these episodes or whatever, and then you'd have to like fucking sign up for Twitter and shit to like give feedback.
Yeah.
Of course, the Patreons, like you guys have a page.
That would be such a great question thing as well, and plus also I want to have it exist for when we do the gift exchange, because that'll be a good way to like post all the information and coordinate.
If we can't figure out how to make a fucking forum, then I do think we should just make a fucking Facebook group.
Yeah, Facebook.
Even though who wants to use Facebook? Like, let's be real.
Honestly,
we could use like Facebook Live if we really wanted to house our live events there. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
There's like, I know Facebook is like really trying right now to like be up with everybody else, but I just feel like I don't feel like going over there.
I really don't know how to do a lot of things on Facebook now, because I don't spend a lot of time there and they keep changing shit. So
yeah, I don't really know how to do the live things, but I know that like managers keep like pushing that, because apparently like
everybody's on
it, but it's like the audience on Facebook. I don't want to have a live show on Facebook with like the fucking conservative. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's what I see so much of.
Yeah, like, it's notorious to have an argument in Facebook comments.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want that. I don't want to be talking about, like, bisexuality and getting, like, homophobia. Like, I can just get it, you know, I don't...
We think YouTube is bad. Like, I'm sure having, like...
Facebook's just,
like a sixth of the world's population on this fucking social network is gonna be like horrible.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll figure it out, guys. We'll definitely figure it out.
We're on the way.
So we got our PS4 back finally.
Fucking thank God.
I tried not to be too upset that we didn't get to play No Man's Sky like the launch day,
but I was upset.
Chris kept bringing it up. I was like, can you stop?
I was upset.
I know, but I was like trying really hard not to think about it.
But we got it, luckily, the next day, and it all fucking works. And
I was surprised it wasn't, like, buggy as hell. Because I was just expecting, it's a new game, and it's, like, all
It was
online.
the first day, so maybe it was a good thing that we didn't have it on the first day, like, all the bugs go through.
It only did it froze on us one time.
Yeah, it froze.
The first time we loaded up the big map of, like, the whole world.
Yeah.
The galaxies, the whole universe, basically.
Couldn't handle it.
It couldn't handle it.
But, yeah, No Man's Sky, the game we've been fucking talking about for, like, months and months and months, because we've been really excited about it.
Yeah. I'm not a big multiplayer type of person. Like, there's a place for it, but for me, I like the solo games that are, like, exploratory or, like, survival or just, like, they have a lot of dialogue or they have, like, very little dialogue. Like, I'm into it. I know a lot of people want more, like, combat, can meet up with your friends kind of vibe. And so, personally, all this, like, shit that's going on with, like, the fact that multiplayer doesn't really exist in the game does not fucking bother me. However, it's shady. It's
really shady because he, like, explicitly said, the main developer, he explicitly said in interviews that you would be able to. And
it's basically, like, if you don't know what the game is, the scale of it is the biggest, like, world
to
or whatever
exist. Yeah.
And so they were saying, like, the developers are like, the chances of you running into another person are very slim just because of the size. And so it's kind of like, of course people are going to try and do that because that's cool. Like, imagine running into someone.
Yeah, but it'd be like a rare treat if you did it, like, on accident.
Yeah. And so then they kind of came out with the fact that actually it's not just because of the scale that you can't really see people. It's because of, like, just the fact that it can't support it with the servers. Because I guess, like...
2 people tried to do it on the very first day.
They did on Twitch, right?
Yeah, and they were in the same exact spot and they couldn't see each other.
So then everyone dragged them and they were like, oh, yeah, it's because, like, we just can't handle, like, the sessions at once. And it's like, okay, well, then why did you fucking say that was, like, a thing? Because even though I wasn't necessarily... I don't want to run into people.
Yeah.
I don't want them to...
Because, somebody, that person would be the person that just, like, kills you.
And then you lose all your shit. And, like, in this game, you have to be, like, constantly uploading discoveries and saving things. And, like, you could really get fucked over if you ran into someone and they were an asshole. And so I don't mind that, but I do mind that they said it was a possibility and it's really not.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know what exactly is wrong, but people were fucking technical and they know a lot of shit. So they were, like, analyzing what's called the net code to, like, look into how it connects to everything. And apparently people were saying that, like, the coding doesn't even exist to allow people to be in shared universes.
Oh, like in the same session, basically.
Yeah, like you get the people's information of, like, what they named and all that shit like that.
So you can stumble upon planets that people have discovered and already set names on and shit, but you'll never see a person.
Yeah, and then actually in
Yikes.
In the UK or just in all of Europe, they started on the packaging for the physical game. It says on the back online multiplayer on, like, every game. But they started putting stickers over that in Europe, in the UK. So, like, they're not saying anything, but they're, like, trying to, like, remove the fact that it says there's online multiplayer.
Yeah, but there's, like, multiple interviews where the creator is saying it. I mean, basically, it's putting a lot of, like, it's putting a real negative cloud over this launch for me because, like, I'm enjoying the game itself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having fun. I'm not bored. I'm exploring. I'm still into it. Like, it's beautiful. But everyone's just, like, obviously there's so much controversy happening with it, and, like, everyone's just being so negative because, like, that is shitty, and so I feel like I can't really, like, enjoy it as much, but I'm still enjoying the game itself.
Yeah, let's talk about how much we like it, because for me, this is, like, my new Minecraft.
Yeah, it's like space Minecraft.
Because it's essentially the same thing. You're just exploring around, you're crafting things, you're building up crap, like, you're
upgrading things, you're getting farther, you're discovering new languages, you're meeting, like, aliens. There's just a lot to do.
Exactly. So Minecraft, like, I have a lot of fun. Like, I build things and I do all this shit, and then, like, I can always just come back to it and just, like,
pop in.
It's a good game to just, like, lose yourself in. Like,
It's peaceful.
It's
I love these
peaceful.
kinds of... Ooh.
It's like Journey, how...
Yeah, but like longer lasting.
Yeah, longer lasting. So it's very, very nice to be able to just like relax instead of being like, gotta fight everybody and do all this shit.
The battling, like, I'm not into that at all. I don't want to fucking like be doing space combat or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so luckily there hasn't been that much of it, but we're not like close to the center of the universe at all or anything. I imagine it gets harder as you get closer.
I would assume so, because more and more people are heading towards the same place.
Yeah.
So, you know, things might happen.
I was getting worried that like you would get to a planet and like all of the species there that you discovered kind of like looked like different versions of each other.
Yeah.
And they all looked really similar. And I was like, oh my God, is this like every planet like just randomly generates a few animals that just kind of look like each other? Like that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
And then we found this one planet that had such like random shit happening, like so much shit, and it was so diverse and really cool. And I was like, okay. And then we started finding more planets like that, and like you still find planets that are like basically empty, but I mean that's fucking space, man.
Yeah,
we haven't found a planet with a bunch of life yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris said that to me and I was like, oh my God, you're right. You're so right.
It's really good though.
Yeah, and I've just been enjoying. I get still excited just to see what the new planet is every time you land on one, and I feel like there's endless amounts of those to do. So I can't really get bored yet. But I mean, we've only been playing it for like a whole day.
Yeah, the only thing that I wish there was a little more variability in was the landscaping of the planets.
Yeah, like the mountain ranges,
because it's basically just like hilly with some caves and then some lakes or oceans.
But I don't know if that's just because of where.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten that far.
We've only
around.
been in like 3 or 4 solar systems right now, so we are still very, very like.
And we still have the
into
same
this.
rocket ship.
Yeah, we are like taking our sweet ass time with it. I'm not worrying so hard about like getting all the greatest stuff right away.
Yeah, it's fun though. I just wish like I don't know, the creator is a little interesting.
He's interesting.
Yeah.
He's a character.
It's interesting.
But, speaking of the PS4, though, like, now that we have that back, we will be back doing Twitch streams.
Yeah.
We
missed it so much.
We missed it so much. We missed, like,
so many games.
Exactly. And we already had, like, a lot of games that we just already had to stream. But then now we have to catch up on some stuff, and then also like more games have come out where I was gonna do No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I'm like, it further cemented how happy I am that we got a PS4 in the first place, because the moment we got it like fixed and we didn't have it anymore, I was like, oh shit, like I could just play all the same shit that I always play, but like there's all these new things coming out on PS4 only that doesn't exist on the Xbox.
Yeah, there's just so many things that we've missed out, and
I just feel like it's so boring to have a fucking Xbox at this point. Like it is. I mean, unless you're like really into combat games, which I'm just really not. So there's like an underwater game called Abzu that everyone's been talking about because everyone thinks I'm gonna love it, and did we get it yet?
We don't have it yet.
All right, well we're going to, like, duh, we just have to get paid, you know.
Yeah, but
we'll do the stream of that.
I was like catching up. I finally finished The Wolf Among Us because I was like, well, I guess I'll just do this while I'm waiting
playing
for
so much
the
Peggle
fucking
and
thing comes
Sims.
back.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn! So now that fucking Xbox is just going to be like playing Amazon Prime and Netflix.
Because we're still watching Mr. Robot.
Yeah, and that's on Amazon Prime.
I like the way YouTube works on the Xbox more.
Yeah.
So cool. Does PlayStation even have a YouTube app?
Yeah, it has all those apps. Like when they originally made the Xbox One, it was supposed to be like it's a gaming and a media app. So you got your TV, you got your Netflix and all that stuff. That's why all that shit works really well on there, because they designed it around that.
Do they still have the cable side where you can access your TV?
Yeah, they still have. Because
we don't have cable, so I just never see this shit.
Yeah, they have this still to port, and like you can have it like when your Xbox turns on, that it goes initially
straight
to TV.
To your TV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, speaking in that regard to something similar, just a news story I saw during the week. You know, got to bring one of these up. Hulu is losing the ad-free version. They're getting rid of they're getting rid of the free version. That's what I meant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
So
I guess there's not really a free Netflix.
Yeah, so it's only subscription versions, but they still put ads on there anyway. That's why I don't like Hulu.
I don't like Hulu. I know that they have like their own original shit, but none of it's compelling enough for me to watch fucking advertisements over Netflix. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Amazon Prime, they maybe play like one thing before your episode starts.
I think that's annoying too. I like that Netflix literally has no ads.
Yeah.
Like, I'm paying fucking $10 now or whatever.
Yeah.
I should have no ads. I don't have ads on Apple Music, and I pay $10.
I'm okay with Amazon Prime because, like, I pay $100 for the year, but I'm getting, like, the shipping and the music and all that stuff. So.
I can watch one. It's only one.
Yeah, Hulu, though, it's literally, like, $12 for the most expensive one, and you still get ads on that
fuck
one.
That, honestly.
Like, so, no thank you.
Not interested.
But... yeah, I just thought that was interesting that they're getting rid of that.
I haven't been hearing much about them lately.
They're also, they're partnered with Yahoo now. And, we just talked shit about Yahoo a couple episodes ago.
Always.
But, like Yahoo's going to be the one serving up all the ads on their
serving
website.
It up Gary's way.
Fuck.
Well, I started Harry Potter.
Yes.
That's something.
Guys, finally...
Chris
finally
has
happened.
Been waiting for 6 years for this to happen.
I am so excited that you are finally starting this up.
Like, I was just telling him, like, not that I wanted to be that person that was like, I never read it, but it was interesting because most people have, so, people were always shocked when I said that I hadn't, but it wasn't because I, like, directly avoided it. Mm-hmm. I was just reading other shit, and then I thought, like, fuck it off. It's not going to happen now. It's not in the cards for me.
And now it is in the cards for you.
Yeah, so I'm reading it now. I'm like halfway through the first book, basically.
What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
It's cute as fuck. It's funny.
Yeah.
I hate that it's in the third person. That's it. I hope I'm not pissing anyone off. I am enjoying it. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think I have a preference between first or third person.
I do. I like first person.
Yeah.
However, I get... like, when you're telling it as a kid's story, third person works better. It's easier for them to understand, and I feel like, once you start, you can't really change tone halfway through the series.
Yeah.
But as, like, a adult or a young adult reading it, I would prefer first person. But that doesn't really upset me that much, you know? It's very hard for me to, like, read what words are intended to be said in a British accent without, like, hearing that, because my, obviously my internal voice does not have a fucking accent. But then you hear the words and then you're like, oh wait, I should, and then I read. So what I do is I'll read a line and it has like the word mum in it, and then I'm like, oh shit, and then I reread it like with an accent in my brain, and I'm like, I need to stop.
Guys, like, I was just reading a couple episodes, oh my god, a couple chapters aloud. Just because, like, I want to be here too. And, like, we got to the part with Professor Quirrell, and I was like, fuck, how am I going to say this out loud? Like, his fucking stammer.
Yeah, and also, like, Hagrid.
Yeah.
He's got his little
Hagrid's
thing. It's just
dialect.
Easier. So, I'm enjoying it, though. I mean, of course, I obviously know what happens, but, she's going to get all that extra detail.
Yeah, so get to the part where Harry dies.
I can't wait. But doesn't he, like, technically die at some point?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite character so far is Scabbers. Reminds me of...
No, you're Mrs. Fig.
Okay, yes, I know. But I'm just saying, Scabbers is really up there on my list. He bit that douchebag, and he sleeps a lot, and I really like him.
Yeah, just do wait.
It's just so weird hearing all the candies that I just, like, have grown up seeing people eat. Mm-hmm. And... I remember, I've never tried those beans.
Tried them more times than I should have.
I'm too squeamish to not throw up after eating, like, a vomit-flavored one. Like, no,
oh my God.
I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game. It's not fun.
No.
The chocolate frog seems a lot more enticing. Actually, the most enticing thing was the pumpkin thing.
Yeah.
The pasty. Yes. Pasty?
I say pasty.
What, honestly, because pasty is like, hey, my nipple. And pasty is like, that doesn't sound like it's actually a word, but,
I want a pumpkin pasty.
And
a butter beer.
I just want pumpkin. I mean, it's fall, basically.
Yeah,
already.
It is fall. We're here. I'm wearing sweaters.
If I'm, like, on the third week of August, it's basically fall. I mean, it's been getting darker earlier.
And
by a half hour, it's not even like that much.
Sticking around in the morning a little bit.
Yeah.
It finally just like the sunrise was after 6.
I know. I'm sad because we go on our walks at like 5:30, 6, and there's going to be mornings coming up where it's just going to be dark.
When we get to falling back an hour, then it's going to be like the entire walk is in the dark.
I don't like that at all.
I know.
But at least it'll be chilly.
We'll have to get some like body light or something like that, you know, some light to wear.
Oh, fuck off. I walk on the sidewalk. I'm not wearing a fucking body light.
Oh my god.
There's no one driving around.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm going to wear all black, and if I get hit, you know, that's the way it's going to be. Like, you know, there's literally no cars ever. It's so peaceful in the morning, but that's also when the creepiest people, like, scream at you, and it's just kind of like, it's a hit or a miss, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. There's really not one time of the day that you can walk around without getting someone yelling at you or following you for at least a block. I found that out the hard way. But, you know, that shit happened in Pennsylvania, too. I ever tell you about the time that a fucking car, like, followed me home from school?
I think you might have told me this.
Yeah, it was like, I must have been still going to the elementary school because I was, like, at that bus stop. And I was just, like, walking home from school, and there was, like, a red car that was, like, at the bus stop and, like, literally followed me all the way around the block and up the street to my house. And instead of going to my home, because I was smart as fuck, I just, like, went to my neighbor's house.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the woman that I sold the Happy Face tomatoes to.
Ah, yes.
My bitch. And so I went in there, and then he drove off, and then I went to my real house, so the bitch didn't know where I really lived, but... What was that?
Wow, you were a street smart kid.
Right? I think the anxiety started at a very young age. But, you know, it's really made me, I don't know, crafty? I don't know. I'm just very aware of my surroundings. And that's why when I'm with people that aren't, I, like, can't handle it. I'm you need to be fucking alert. I hate people that are just fucking reckless. And they're so, like... you know, I don't know, carefree that they just have, like, their expensive items, like, in their hands, just running around, and, like, if someone's following them, they don't fucking notice. I'm like, you guys need to chill out. Like, you need to look around,
That's
okay?
Mainly one of the reasons why I don't know if I'll ever have a smartwatch.
Oh.
Because I don't want to wear my money out like that. Because they're, like, fucking $300-$400, and so, you know, like, that's... people are going to see that and be like, oh my god, hey.
I feel like I dress like shit and no one... every time I go on these walks and people start, like, following me after they ask me for shit, I'm like, I literally am carrying nothing.
Yeah.
I have my phone, which, I mean, yeah, I guess if you want a fucking 4S that's, like, 3 years old, but, I mean, other than that, I have, like, literally nothing worthwhile on me, so I'm just like, please, like, you could attack anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Please. My fucking $15 sunglasses, you know? I don't invest in those kinds of things, though, because sunglasses I'm just gonna break.
Or get lost.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be more like our Lord and Savior Guy Fieri and just put
Wear them on the back of your head?
all the time.
I don't trust that because I wouldn't be able to keep my eyes on it. That's why I don't wear a backpack in downtown. Because there's so many cute little black backpacks that I want to wear that would go with everything, but I don't trust having important shit behind me that I can't see. I'm a crossbody kind of bitch.
I mean, I have a backpack for my work stuff because...
You're a man, though.
Yeah.
So you don't gotta think about it.
I mean, like, I could still get pickpocketed, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally...
But they're all zipper pockets, so I think I would feel somebody unzipping me.
I would hope. I don't know. With those sweatpants that you've been wearing and you don't have, like, a zipper on those.
Yeah. No.
You just gotta be careful. I hate it.
You really do.
I can't trust anybody. That's why I don't like to go to the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust anyone because, like, I can't... Sometimes I think about cars and I'm like, I'm putting a lot of faith in a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
More than they deserve.
Not trying to, like, scare you guys or anything like that.
No, this is just me being the anxious person.
But, like, I've really started to be more, like, just thinking about vehicles and that they're all just, like, 2,000-pound hunks of metal that we're driving around. And, like, yes, my crosswalk might say that I can go, but, like... if I, like, just go and be like, everybody will stop for me because I got the crosswalk, and they'll be breaking the law if they hit me.
Oh,
like,
no, I'm so cautious.
Like
unless I'm in a hurry.
That may be true, and you might be right in that they would get in trouble for hitting you, but you could also have a lot of damage to you. So I'm just like, I'm going to always make sure now, And, like, when I'm driving a car, too. Like, I'm super extra precautious.
I know. I'm not worried about you. Like, I honestly probably wouldn't date someone that's a bad driver.
Yeah.
Because I've been in a bad car accident. I am too fucking fritzy for that shit.
My sister's ex-fiance.
Oh, fuck him so much. And then your mom was like, oh, he can drive you guys to the airport for like 4 hours at like 5 in the morning. And I was like, oh,
and it was like a very...
with Squeezy.
It was a tense, fast drive.
The most
and like,
tense ride I've ever been in.
Didn't need to be because it was really early in the morning. So
and it would have been
just
so lovely had he not been there. But like, I get it. Your mom didn't want to drive, that far.
I would have preferred if the last person that I saw before leaving Pennsylvania was not him, considering he's not around and I never liked him.
Tell me about it. And he was like not compassionate he doesn't like cats, okay? Big red flag there. And, Squeezy being in a fucking like roller coaster of a ride in a bag, clearly upset. He was not being very compassionate, and nothing makes me more angry than someone that is not compassionate for my animals.
Yes.
Like, oh, look at them. They're spooning.
Yeah, I know. We are just admiring them, as we always do when we talk about them.
I know. It's just, they're really important to me. It's like, if you're not going to, like, baby on board, Squeezy on board, come on.
All right, so should we do some questions?
Yes. So I did ask for people to tell us their favorite moments from the episodes, so that we could possibly share and reflect, But what does the Patreon say, man?
Yes, the Patreon benches. That's at patreon.com/CoffeeWithChrachel if you want to get some more info.
All right.
So Rose has asked, are you going to record this episode wearing 100 layers of liquid lipstick, yes or no?
Oh my god, no. I actually have 100 layers of, like, nothing on. It's amazing.
Mackenzie has asked if any game, video, cardboard, etc. were hosted on a TV show where you could win $1 million, which game would it be where you think you would have a solid chance at winning?
I almost just said Scrabble, but then I thought there's people that are smarter than me.
I thought you would say maybe Lingo.
Ooh, I mean, always have craved to be on that show. The
Game Show Network, man.
When you fuck that host...
Oh my god.
There's just something about him. How many 4-letter words has he heard in his life?
Oh shit.
Is it 4? Maybe it's 5. Whatever.
I think it's 5.
Honestly, who knows? Okay, clearly not a math competition that I'm not going to be on.
Oh my god.
If I had to choose a board game
or a card
game, ooh. Honestly, Monopoly I have a fair shot at. I know I'm bad at math, but
you have a good strategy.
I have a strategy. And I do win often.
Yeah. I'm going...
And some of it's luck-based, so at least it's off my fucking chest.
Yeah. I'm going to be really lame and pick a video game, Titanfall.
Oh, suck my ass. Oh, Peggle.
Oh my god, you could also do Peggle.
I would actually kill everyone at Peggle. That's a total lie. There's people in the fucking leaderboards that are like...
have like millions and millions of points.
They use hacks. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely cheat.
They definitely do.
Jackie's asked, did Rory and Lorelai's relationship ever make you incredibly jealous? I know it definitely did for me because my relationship with Mom is more like one with a distant aunt or something.
So much.
I wanted a relationship like that too.
I feel like everyone does.
It was like the most beautiful mother, daughter, child, parent relationship ever.
Yeah. The weirdest part was like my mom loved it too. Mm-hmm. And we would watch it together and I'd sit there and be like, it's not like this.
Yeah.
And it would be weird because, like, she would say the things that she liked about Lorelai's parenting that I'm like, bitch, fucking do it. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just, she's not even like Emily, though. You know what I mean? Like, she's like a whole other genre. The wire hangers bench? It's kind of like that. No wire hangers. Kathy Bates. Do you not get the reference?
No, I don't.
Oh, man, Chris. It's okay.
It's okay.
But yeah, it definitely made me really incredibly jealous. But like, I don't know. If I had a kid, that's what I would try to do.
We would really try. Chunks, are we doing a good job?
Yeah. Am I your Lila?
Are you going to Chilton, Chunky?
Oh my God, Squeezy would have went to Chilton. Lila would have went to Stars Hollow High.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah.
And Luke would have loved Squeezy. I think.
Squeezy would also not want Thanksgiving decorations up in his establishment.
And Babette would be all over Lila.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think that Babette and Maury are just like me and Chris, and I'm Babette?
Yeah.
Like...
I'm Maury without the musical skills.
Yeah, you're Maury, but, like, I don't know. You just have, like, the same vibe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's beautiful.
Speaking of Gilmore Girls, I gotta say, I really hope that they just make Michelle fucking gay in the goddamn revival.
Please.
It's like they do that with him and like Fez. They always have these like male characters that like could totally be LGBT characters, and then they just make them like weirdly obsessed with women, and it's always not the vibe that you get.
Yeah,
and I think it just might be the time, but like honestly, I'm hoping that the revival is a lot more diverse.
I'm sure that it will be more diverse. I'm hoping.
At least some gay characters.
Yes.
I just would love that, because that would be great. Oh my god, make Rory bi. No, I'm just kidding.
Holy shit.
She's as straight as they come. Mm-hmm. Her and Lorelai. We need a bi character.
Anyway, let's move on. Madison has asked, Rachel, I know you love Fleetwood Mac, and I want to know what your favorite song is by them. Ooh, God, this is... Or if it's just Stevie, like, I would say that, too, like...
Well, she's my favorite out of the whole band,
well, yeah.
But everyone's great. I mean, honestly, because of her, yes, Silver Springs is probably, like, my favorite.
Yeah, you play that one a lot.
I love it. There's just many. There's really not a bad one. You go on Apple Music, and you just hit the artist, Fleetwood Mac, and you just play everything, and you're fine. You have a great day. All right, so I'm in the hashtag right now, and I'm just going to read off some of the things that people have said are their favorite parts.
Yeah.
I'm probably not even going to remember half of these happening. You know?
Yeah, I know. A lot of you guys have, like, recently binged the show and, like, know what we said forever ago, and I don't know.
I love it. So we got, in episode 48, someone said, Mama needs a new set of teeth. I don't know who had said it.
I'm sure it was probably you.
I don't know. This one, my favorite character is the trash can. Okay, yeah, I definitely, that was you R2.
Talking about, yeah.
Okay, we got, I honestly still think about the chutney daily and I get emotional.
That was a classic episode with Megan Dundas.
Oh, here's a question. What corn dishes are you guys in the chunks? Well, I feel like Lila's creamed corn.
Oh my god,
unfortunately.
That's beautiful.
Or like that corn ice cream, that's super good.
Oh, yeah.
Chris is like the mashed potato that you put the corn in.
Ah, yes. I did that all the time.
Squeezy's like... I don't know, like a roasted corn chili salsa type situation.
Yeah. And I feel like you're that, like, that kind of salad thing we make with corn and black beans and cilantro.
Oh, yeah, I'm zingy.
Yes.
Okay. When I asked Chris what programming languages he knew, and Rachel was like, hey, I could know stuff. I'm glad that you lived through me dragging you. But hey, I really could have. Ian Murphy says the best moment ever was when you mispronounced window and you started cackling. Yes, the iconic Window's 98.
Trump's flashlight.
I don't know. Flashlight was iconic as well. If you guys in the chunks were 100-something on the wall because of the 100th episode.
Oh, okay, like that song.
Like, Squeezy would be 100... like...
100
pieces of technology on the wall.
Yeah. 100 iPhones on the wall.
Lila would be like 100 marshmallows.
100 just like cat toys.
Yeah. Just any of her toys, honestly.
Yeah. 100 different pieces of bird, like some chicken, some turkey.
A pizza. I'm like 100 things of salt and vinegar chips.
Just 100 salt and vinegar chips. I am 100 pumpkin spice lattes or 100 corns.
It's coming up, man.
It is really coming up.
It's coming in hot. Everyone asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years? But I want to know, how have the past 5 years changed you? Thank you. Yo, the last 5 years. All right, so where were we exactly 5 years ago?
Okay, 5 years was 2011, so we had just finished up
our freshman year of college.
We were about to go into our junior year, actually.
Okay, I can't. Yes,
Wait,
you're right.
Right?
No.
We were about to go into our sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Time. What is it?
All right, so Chris was working at the Upper Dick, and you still had those ugly yellow polos.
No, actually.
You were starting.
I was starting coming up at the beginning of sophomore year.
Yeah, you didn't have to work your freshman year, you little bitch.
Yeah, and then I ran out of money, and I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah. I was still working at the library, and I had that gray shirt that showed every stain. And
we hadn't been dating for a year yet. You know, we were like working up to a year.
Oh my God. And I was like currently at home fucking working and like being with my parents and wanting to like not
where we were just like staying at our places, at our separate houses and visiting every once in a while.
Oh my God. And then we went back to school and I had a roommate that literally the day before we went back to college told me, hey, I'm actually not returning this semester. And I was like, bitch, I just consulted you last week about a fucking mirror. And you were like, yeah, get this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I remember that. It was literally a mirror you guys were talking about.
I know, or like a rug too. And I was like,
you were like, hey, are you bringing a mirror?
So she's going, right?
Like,
and so we pull up to school and I have my own room and I'm like, yes, no roommate. Like, this is lit and this is so exciting. And then my RA that year, sophomore year. So freshman year, my RA, I liked her a lot. She was chill. Yeah. You know, she wasn't like too up everybody's ass about things.
Like kept things in order.
Yeah, she kept people from like getting in trouble, you know? Yeah. And second year, sophomore year, I had Samantha. You weren't allowed to call her Sam. You weren't allowed to call her Sammy, which we all did under our breath when she was around because she pissed us all off. She was like, I don't know, like just so up everybody's ass.
Authoritarian.
Yeah, it was like she was really getting her thrills. I'm like, all you're getting is like free room and board. Like, it's not that serious, you know? Like, I don't even know how much they make for being an RA at Miller.
I feel like it was minimum wage plus you get free room and board.
Like, so that's nothing.
That's like
it is something. But, like, whatever. Anyway. So, I remember I'm in my room, and I'm already pushing my fucking beds together, like, yes. And she comes in, and she's like, hi, so we're gonna work on getting you a roommate, like, real quick. And I was like, take your sweet ass time, bitch. Like, don't. And then, like, 2 days later, they wanted me to room with some girl, and I didn't know her, and I was just like, oh no. And then, I don't even remember, I just took somebody's roommate that I already knew.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks that...
Was it really 2 whole weeks that I had no roommate?
And like those entire 2 weeks, I slept in your room every single night because that was the year I was with Stinkbug.
Oh, fuck that guy. Oh, man, he works for Bath Fitter now, so...
And then...
Where are they now?
Once you got a roommate, then it was just like, which is the lesser of two evils?
Man, I chose a stupid-ass idea for a roommate. I picked someone that I knew from freshman year, but was super type A and also had a lot of very early things to do and was just kind of like the most inconsiderate person I've ever witnessed. Oh my God. Actually, that's not true, but she was just not a good roommate for me, and it was just bad, and then we hated your roommate, too, because he was, like...
dirty.
And smelled real bad and would come in at like 4 a.m. and fuck everything up. So
inconsiderate. Yeah, it was great.
It was not fun. And then I got my roommate back that I was supposed to have. Yeah. Initially. Mm-hmm. And then we had a huge falling out. And then I lived with someone who hated me for like 6 months. And it was horrible. And then I moved in with you. College was interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we were like basically, I was probably still an English education major at that point.
I feel like you definitely were. You were maybe considering just dropping the education, just being English.
Because what I did was I did English education, then I dropped it to just English, then I did journalism, then I was like, that's a dying industry. And then, well, basically, I show up to all my journalism classes, and I'm like, this is lit, like, I love this. I'm loving all the coursework, but all the professors are like, yeah, this is a dead industry, like, get out now. And I was like, oh my God. And then at this point, I was like, does journalism fit this whole, like, online career thing I'm doing right now? And it really didn't, I guess. So I just did comm, and I ended up utilizing a lot of that shit, you know.
Comm is about as fitting as you can get without like going to a university that has like online media production or something like
even
that.
So, honestly, what are they learning over there? I feel like they're not learning the real shit.
I'm sure that's probably more about like the actual like the technology and like cameras and the programs and all that shit, and not so much about like being a person.
I probably should have done broadcast communication.
True. And
I kind of regret not doing it, but at the same time, I didn't need the like fucking being on camera kind of shit because I already knew how to do that. And, like, I'm very comfortable. Like, stick me on anything, honestly.
I wanted you to tell me the 5-day forecast.
I would honestly be a problem. If I didn't have to do any of the science or the math, I could do one hell of a job. I should have been, like, a news anchor.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be, like,
oh my God, I
the
could have been the
person
weather.
you go to for the news because then people just hate you.
Yeah. You could have been the news anchor. I could have been the weather person. You know, it would have been great.
My mom always said I would be really good at, like, being on QFC. Not QFC.
Oh my God.
QVC.
Yeah.
And that's so true.
That's improving.
That's pretty much me doing what I'm doing right now, but I have to say only nice things about the product. And it's not sketchy. Like, what?
Oh, yes, the smell, and it is very rare. Oh, my God.
I love it because, like, when you watch
oh my God.
QVC and shit, they'll be like, oh, this is a moisturizer, and then they have to apply it, like, they keep applying it over and over again to the back of their hand. It's like, how moist is your hand? Like, how much product have you done? Anyway, I should probably get back to the fucking questions here. What's a day in the life like in the Crachel Chunko household? Okay.
Like a day, you know, one of the days of the week, we're both working.
Just like a normal day. Okay,
Yeah.
So we get up early, and we fucking brew coffee, and I put on something. And then we go for a walk, and we come home, and we have breakfast, but it's, like, fast.
Yeah, because then
you have to
I
leave.
gotta get myself together, and I'm heading off to work.
And then I'm doing whatever the fuck I need to do that day, which could be anything.
Emails,
It's
editing,
usually emails
filming,
and being on the phone.
Whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. The one thing that the anxiety has not fucked me with is the phone calls. I'm very good on the phone, and I have to be on the phone a lot.
Which is very surprising, and I still have a lot of anxiety about phone calls. And that's
Most people do.
Even after having two, like, phone customer service jobs. I don't know if that actually helped me or not, like, being able to have phone conversations, because then I would just get nervous that the people on the other end are just going to be mad at me.
Yeah, I just am always worried I'm being unprofessional because
Yeah.
some of the relationships that you have in this kind of industry are less, I mean, they're professional relationships, but they also have, like, a casual vibe, and so
Like,
it's
you
very
can just be
hard to,
friends.
like, cross the line, you know?
It's very surprising. Maybe it's just, like, the industries that we're in, but, like, that I have, like, a lot more just, like, casual. My talking never has to be, like, super professional unless I'm,
Yeah.
like, interviewing for something.
I don't miss, like, the vibe that I would have to feel at Starbucks, you
Yeah.
know? Because that's, like, you're representing a company, and I'm representing myself, so technically I can say whatever the fuck I want, but I don't, because,
Yes.
you know, I want to be I don't want to be, like, the person that they expect to be, like, a hot mess in interviews and stuff, but...
Yeah.
And then so, like, I just get my work done, and then I break and do, you know, sometimes you come back on your lunch break, and he'll bring me, like, coffee, or I'll bring you coffee or lunch, and it just depends on what we're doing.
I got to come back sometimes to get my mid-afternoon chunking.
Oh, that's
cats.
always cute. I know, they get so excited when he comes home. And then usually whenever you get out of work, I either, like, come meet you and we go and do stuff, like, if we have, like, stuff to do, errands and shit, or we're doing this, usually. That's what we did today. And, you know, or we're just gonna fucking settle in for the night because we have nothing to do. Or we're shooting a video that I need your help.
Yeah.
That's always a thing. Or we're going shopping, which I prefer.
You know, dinner is made.
Or bought.
Yes, either way.
And then it usually ends with, like, video games / television / reading.
/
Washing my
games.
face a lot.
Oh, yeah, the afternoon, or not afternoon, the nighttime routines.
Oh my god, when I come out of the bathroom and you're like, she's glistening.
Yep.
I honestly...
You disappear for a half hour and then you come back
I
and
truly
you
do
are
disappear
beaming.
for, like, at least 25 minutes. It's so bad. That's the time where I watch people's Snap stories when I'm, like, doing my face. Does anybody else do this? It's
Oh
so
my
nice.
God.
It's very relaxing. But yeah,
that's a day.
That's a day. I like it. It's very simple. Sometimes a man climbs up the Trump Tower in suction cups. But you know what sucked about that? He was like a Trump stan.
Oh, God.
He was pro-Trump. He made like a video that was like rallying people to vote for him. Fuck that kind of shit.
People were saying like he literally was just like he wanted to go have a meeting with Trump to tell him his ideas or something like that. Like,
I don't like these kinds of people that also really know how to scale a building very well. Like there was someone who scaled a building that was like iconic. I can't remember. It was in New York, and this dude like talked about it, and he was like, yo, this guy knew what he was doing, like
Oh my
blah blah
God.
blah. So that's unsettling to me. honestly.
There's a difference in between those kinds of people and then man in a tree.
I don't want, like, Trump supporters being good in those kind of, like, situations. I'm like, just honestly.
We're never safe in our building.
Did we even talk about the fact that Trump made that joke against Hillary?
Oh,
and used the Second Amendment? Oh, my God. It makes me so angry that no one takes his shit seriously and he can say anything. You're literally threatening the life of a government employee.
Yeah, and he's not getting arrested.
And she's a fucking political figure.
Yeah.
And Secret Service is like, yeah, we know. It's like, I can't believe how is that not treason or something? I don't know.
There's a lot of shit opportunities. He had some opportunities to like try and like clarify what he said the way that people were trying to clarify him, and he was just like still like not being like, oh, it was just a misunderstanding. Like
he literally was saying that people should just use the Second Amendment rights to go after Hillary. It was like, what? How can you say that? One, how many times is he going to say horrible things to women and, like, violence against women? Like, that's lovely. Just a nice sentiment from the guy that could possibly be a president. She's held office, like, for different fucking roles in the government, and she's a fucking political figure. And, like, that's just not something that should just be taken lightly. I can't believe that.
This is going to be the person that is talking to foreign leaders.
I don't trust that at all.
I don't trust him not offending foreign leaders.
Yes.
And like
being disrespectful.
He's gonna get like everybody mad at us. We're gonna be isolationists. Like we're not gonna talk to anybody. We're all gonna crumble. Like,
whose interview were we watching? I can't remember who it was. It was the guy that did lots of briefing and lots of situational what's the word where you have to like talk down people. You know what I'm talking about.
Not
just like deliberation. Yeah, negotiating. And he did something like he didn't like cross a knee or something like that, you know, or expose the bottom of his foot. Something, you know, that's going to be disrespectful to that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. And it's like little things like that. I could just imagine Trump like just not even giving a fuck at like anybody's customs or values or any of their fucking like social status kind of things that are not kosher. And then he's just going to like fuck everything up by being a twat who doesn't like
he's just gonna be like you gotta
shit.
do what I say or I'm gonna pull my business
God,
out of
he's
your
such
country.
A twat. Like who the fuck wants to vote for him? I don't understand. Literally fucking makes me irate. And I am so dreading of November for that reason. I just need it to be over.
But I
already.
just also want it to be here so it can be done.
Because Gilmore Girls comes out on the 25th, so like...
And, I just want that to be done. Thank God that's at the beginning of the month, so that way, you know, we have our anniversary, we have Gilmore, we have Thanksgiving, and
Black
all that
Friday.
stuff. Like, you know, we can have the end half to be good.
That's what I want.
Vlogger Fair.
Vlogger Fair, yes. I forgot about that being in November.
Yes.
Without giving anything away, can Chris say what his favorite new character from The Cursed Child is, or a favorite scene?
Ooh... Good question. I mean, I'll probably be lame and say that Scorpius is my favorite new character because he's...
The fan favorite, but also
he's the
great.
fan favorite, but, like, he's... I mean, I won't say why, but, like, he's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite scene?
Favorite scene would have to be the resolution... I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
But, like, the final scene where the climax of the story happens because, you know, knowing that has happened, I'm just going to stop, you know? That's my favorite scene.
Okay. Look at my friend's cat with a little bow tie. Very nice. Chauncey.
Oh, my God. Charming.
I feel like we should get them bow ties.
Squeezy would really be enhanced with a bow tie.
Oh, my God. Lila with a bow tie. With a little fish on it.
Oh my God.
Oh. All right, well, I'm going to have to look at that shit on Etsy later. My Etsy right now is so many, like, enamel pins and just cat furniture. It's a mess.
And fucking couch legs.
Yeah, and couch legs. And engagement rings, because I love looking at engagement rings on there, even though I don't need one. It's like, I just like looking at them because they're pretty.
When the time comes, it will most likely be Etsy.
Oh, yeah. I just want something that's, like, you know, kind of unique, but not, like, I would never want someone to, like, have to die to pay for it, you know? Like, that's how I will be with, like, my wedding dress, too. But, I mean, hey, by all means, if someone's, like, a billionaire
Go
at this
ahead.
point...
I mean, it's not like you can't, but, you know.
You know. It's not like I'm not going to be upset. Like, realistically, though, I think it's just, like, there's so many beautiful rings on there.
Yeah,
that are different from what I've ever seen, and they're handmade.
And for the style that you want to go for, too, they have a lot.
Yeah, so I'm into it. I also saw that, I think it was Mila Kunis, her and Ashton, they got their wedding rings on Etsy for like $90 or something. Oh my God. Like they're both of their wedding bands.
That's awesome.
I'm like, that's fucking nice.
Imagine being the Etsy store they bought their rings from.
Right? I mean, wedding bands, I feel like, are way less ornate anyway than the engagement ring. The engagement ring's like the star. Yeah. But, you know, the people that get, like, the wedding band that has, like, all of the diamonds all over it.
That's a lot.
I don't know. I don't know what I want to do for that. I've yet to see, like, a wedding band that I'm like, yes, bitch, put that on.
I don't want to have the typical man wedding band of just being, like, a fucking, like,
rigatoni.
a fucking, like, dark gray rigatoni around your finger.
They're so thick. Like, why?
It's like a literal, like, you punched your hand into stone and this is what came out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that.
Just like a classic band.
Yeah, really.
I literally just want it to be like a brushed metal band or whatever. Yeah. Like smooth. I don't know. Yes. I don't really care, honestly. Fuck all of this. Just get me like a...
I'm still trying to pay off my student loans right now. You know, we'll touch back on this subject in a little bit.
Pay off my loans.
All right, guys. So I think we're going to head into binge time now.
Well, thank you guys so much for having a cup of coffee with us.
And thank you for having 100 possible drinks with us.
Commutes to work.
Yes.
Possible laundry loads.
Exactly. To you guys that have binged the show, especially once we've had like a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I saw someone was canning tomatoes. You know, 100 cans of tomatoes, maybe, possibly.
That's dedication, and I know I couldn't do that with this show.
Yeah, or anything, really.
Yeah, really.
All right, well, we love you guys, and we'll see you in our next one.
Yes.
Clink with your paper cup somewhere.
I'm just going to say clink.
Yeah, clink.
Bye. All right, benches. We have a special little binge time here.
Yes.
So, NASA has given us the mission of sending you guys to Mars. You are the first people to colonize the planet. And so this is what everybody is doing on Mars. We've talked about aliens a lot.
Yeah, we've also talked about a lot of space today, so it's only fitting. So we're going to start off with Nicole, who is planning the colonization of a new planet.
Carissa is cruising around in the rover.
Jackie Goldfarb is admiring the golden color of the sun.
Sloan Nolan is not used to the different gravity and is moving very slowly.
Sarah Booth is using their rocket booster to get on top of a rock.
Allison Sense thinks this mission makes absolutely no sense.
Hunter Curtis is hunting for any signs of water. An important thing.
Yes, Megan Rackley is hanging up their spacesuit on a rack.
Taylor Collins is trying to call Earth, but no one is picking up.
Heather Ann is getting antsy because they haven't found water yet.
Sloan Fuller is stuffing their backpack full of soil samples.
Emma Corbeil is attaching their safety cord to the side of the station.
Danielle Manus is yelling to Hunter, but their helmet is blocking the noise.
Kate Convery is inside the space station having a conversation with Nicole.
Angelica Felice fell into a ravine and can't find a way out.
Maj Elizabeth is setting up some solar panels that will bathe in the sunlight.
Amanda Robinette is trying to untangle the net that holds down their supplies.
Laura Collins is calling for help over the radio, but you don't have any signal.
Ishbel Mendez is scaling a bell-shaped mountain for a better view.
Kat Vallejos has dibs on the rover after Carissa to go explore a nearby valley.
Emily Lewis likes to think of themselves as the new Lewis and Clark.
Hannah Labelson is labeling all the soil samples.
Anthony Hood is thawing frozen food.
Talia Miller sees a tall figure in the distance.
Okay, I don't like that. Jennifer Habgood thinks they've done a good job setting up the main station.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is looking for any signs of blossoming life.
Madison Greer is looking for any sign of green on this damn planet.
Madison Wolfe is wolfing down their dinner rations.
Megan McNally is missing McDonald's.
Skylar Medley is looking up to the sky back at their home planet.
Kat is wondering if cats will be able to survive here, asking the good questions.
Yeah, very good question. Ilka spotted a weird animal that kind of looks like an elk.
Corey Springfield is looking over the vast field of craters.
Josie West is walking west, hoping that their compass still works here.
Sarah Cook is on missions cook and is preparing everyone's rations.
Jennifer Cornwell is digging a well in hopes of locating water.
Sophia Cock was the first to get used to the gravity, is being cocky about it.
Rude. Ash Rozelle is examining the ashy texture of the soil.
Mariah Hanna is having trouble getting their hands into their gloves.
Nicole Allen is cold after being stuck in a lake for 3 days.
Oh my god, what? Cody Castillo fell down and broke their arm and is getting a cast in the medical bay.
Beth Fonseca is not fond of the red and brown color palettes of Mars.
Honestly, a good eyeshadow, though. Let's be real. Where's the Mars palette?
Ooh,
I'm gonna do it. No, I'm just Christina Contreras is amazed at how teeny Earth looks from here.
Allison Dowell is downloading the latest mission files from NASA.
Catherine Simpson is simply trying to get to the station, but they're lost.
Bridget Carey Davis is carrying supplies inside from the stockpile.
Marlene Naj is sick of lean meals they have to eat every day.
Cater Liriano is paranoid that the aliens are leering at him.
Oh my god, shit. Rebecca O'Donnell is beckoning to everyone that is far away to come home for dinner.
Kendall Berg is craving a juicy burger.
Allie McGregor thinks the sunset on this planet is gorgeous.
Megan Grilly is getting grilled by the mission leader about losing some water.
Chloe Killip is killing time by drawing obscene shapes in the soil.
Ian Murphy is feeling great because they just found an H2O molecule.
Okay,
Go Ian.
Whoa. Elizabeth Hallbrook is relaxing with a nice book in their bunk.
Cassandra Buckout is noticing there's a sandstorm closing in on them.
Maddie Pullman is noticing a slight buckle in the main support pole.
Oh, shit. Amanda Marie is mad that this is nothing like playing No Man's Sky.
Jane Shell is completing the final piece of their shelter.
Jackie Bergiulio is pulling the jacket out of their locker because they need to keep warm.
Camellia Mulkey wonders how long it will take until a mall is built here.
Not that long, trust me. Caitlin Whalen is just wailing because they want to go home.
Me. Lucy Ravenscroft is crafting some new tools to help mine soil.
Cody Robinson is typing some complex code to control the space station.
Lauren Siobhan is shivering because this planet gets cold at night, man.
Taka Roach could have swore they just saw a cockroach.
Oh my god, probably though. Allison Francois is frankly not happy about not being able to use a real shower.
There's no water, man. Haley Cadwalder is watching Haley's Comet from a whole new perspective.
Margarita is dreaming of drinking a margarita as they sip a protein shake.
Sarah Seaman thinks there used to be a large sea here where their base camp is.
Chloe Archer is arching their back to do some stretches before heading out.
A good plan. Dana Daly is planning out everyone's daily rations.
Megan Wilson is willing to stay in the storm to help everyone get back safely.
Jackie Lampo is fixing one of the broken lamps in their bunk.
Claire Wood would rather be on the moon.
So real. Kelly Adams is adding complex numbers and doing some serious math.
Hannah Peterson is handing out safety guidelines to all the crew.
Jenna Gordonier is warning everyone that the sandstorm is getting near them quickly.
Sasha Smith is smiling because Ian just told her about his water discovery.
Sarah is scared of the storm and just chilling in the shuttle, ready to leave.
Bridget Dubin is in the bridge trying to communicate with Earth.
Flynn and Drew are drawing maps of the local terrain.
Jax is trying to repair an axle on one of the rovers.
Hillary Gay is rolling down a space hill.
Amazing. Anna Hernandez is mad that this planet is making her feel desolate.
Courtney White is not a fan of the off-white color of everyone's spacesuits.
Elizabeth Doles is eating a can of Dole pineapple chunks they snuck onto the trip.
Megan Preyes is prying open the camp's door trying to get inside before the storm hits.
Mackenzie Knight is charting the stars in the night sky.
And Rachel Evans is eventually going to leave the shuttle and step out onto the planet.
Honestly, I'm Rachel in that moment. All right, so the rest of the benches, I would have to say...
They're the aliens spying on
Yeah,
them.
the tall, leering aliens. So we got Allie Malone.
Kathleen Wynne.
And Rose Barnett.
All right, thank you guys so much.
100 episodes down, 100 to go, woo, until we're done. No, I'm just kidding.
That's it. 200's the end.
She's fucking done. But yeah, thanks for listening, man. Thanks for coming to Mars. It's pretty lit.
Yeah, I hope we get to go there sometime.
I honestly don't. If I had to pick one of the planets, like, Saturn's more on my list.
Maybe I would just go to the moon because it's nearby.
I don't know. I just feel like she's kind of like needs moisturizer.
She's boring.
So does Mars, though.
Yeah, everybody does.
I feel like Jupiter and Saturn are where it's at, even though there's like hella storms there. But, you know,
just go right into that eye, that big old eye. Storm.
Yeah, isn't it calm there?
Yeah.
I don't know. But we love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.